I'm back. Yeah, I know. It's been a couple weeks, but I'm here to fill you in why it's been a couple of weeks. So ultimately, we went on vacation, and this whole episode is going to be kind of about that, but in general about the shirt on that I'm wearing. So about a couple days into us going out to Utah as a family and whatnot, we go to, obviously you're going to go to the national park. You're going to the visitor center, and then this shirt popped up: lose reception, gain perspective. Became the theme of overall of our trip. It became now the theme that I'm looking at when we're dealing with all of the shit that we're dealing with in the United States currently and in the world. But I want to walk you down our whole path and what my wife Michelle and I kind of gained from this shirt, but also gained from that perspective with our kids. So without further ado, we had an amazing time. We went through the Narrows. We went to Bryce Canyon. We got to go through a tunnel a few times. The boys saw a rattlesnake. We went tubing. There were a lot of great things that happened on our trip. We always take an annual trip to a national park with my uncle and his partner. And one, it's a fantastic family getaway, but two, it allows our kids to learn a different part about the United States, different culture. Road tripping is always amazing, right? It has its ups and downs always, but in terms of a family unit being able to go 18 hours away and learn more about each other and the fantastic places that we have in the United States really starts to allow you to gain perspective, lack of a better term, from the shirt. And as we're on this trip, we started to gain more of that, I believe. For those that don't know, my wife joined the firm back in December, left her corporate job as a PTA and joined with me. So we are going through our first summer together, her first summer with the kids home from school, which is a good thing, but also boys are boys. So you got to think about that. And we always reflect on that. So not only do we get to do that, we got to see our friends in Denver. Our kids are about the same age, so we got to play. So ultimately, when we come down to it, we lost reception, but we gained a lot of perspective. On the drive home, we were talking about this a lot and reflecting back on our trip. Our boys are 11 and 8. And when you think through summers and being an adult and having being a parent and having kids, we don't have very much time left, right? We have technically 7 summers, but senior year summers aren't really for us. So really we're down to like 6 years as a family unit. That means 6 more vacations in the summer. And when you put it into perspective like that, 6 isn't a big number. It's not a long time. And you start to get over the little things, right? You start to move on from their little fights and seeing the blossoming of them growing up and going through things. And that perspective translated for me and for us, not only obviously what we're going to focus on with our kids, but also what we speak about and what content we provide and, the education that we give to our clients. Because if you think about that perspective, right, you only have so much time to do these certain memory added things at a certain age. Yet we spend so much time reading everything in the news and media and social media about, nuclear war or the tariffs or our president or the end is near or you're running out of time. And does any of that really matter? Life does go on. The sun does rise. You don't die with your money. You go through all the memories that you created, and those memories live on and on and on and on and on and on. And part of that is, for me, like road tripping. I didn't really road trip growing up much, but my grandpa was a truck driver, so I would go on the road and have a couple million miles under my belt with him, through the Rockies and West Coast, East Coast type stuff. And that brought up the feels to me. Well, that feeling, that legacy came from him when I was a kid. And now I'm able to pass that on. What does that do to the next generation and the next generation? Well, yes, I know financial education is important, the things that we do, but I think we put too much weight on money and the things that we get and not enough on the memories that we create. In my opinion, it's okay to spend the money on those trips over investing it or putting it back into your retirement, etc. Because I don't think you're going to regret these opportunities as opposed to what it turns into down the road. Because one, we don't know that's going to happen, right? You don't even know if you survive until retirement, let alone you don't know what that looks like. And are you missing out on something that fundamentally will change you, your kids, and everything going forward? Getting a little different perspective there. So think through that. Quick update on what's coming down the pipe. Okay, No BS Wealth is going through a change. Let's Get Real is going to be the same. But No BS Wealth is going to have 31 badass people that I have personally vetted out that is going to come on board and be part of our whole resource team. So our episodes are going to go a lot deeper into what you want to know from a tax perspective, marketing, you name it, name the industry, legal, doesn't matter. We're bringing all these experts on, and these are the ones that we vetted out and we use for our clients. That I'm also going to say, if you need them, they're here for you. We're going to have that everywhere. So do look forward to that. Look forward to more Let's Get Real. Like I said, we're going to go dive deeper into the bill. That's going to be a lot more on the No BS Wealth side, not the Let's Get Real side, but we will have some of that as this comes up too. So stay tuned for that. As it comes to a Let's Get Real episode, for the last couple minutes, I wanted to talk about all the shit that's been going on the last couple weeks that I wasn't here for, right? Let's revamp this. This might sound like a broken record a little bit. Tariffs, interest rates, global war, nuclear, World War III, Trump, Epstein list. All those ring a bell. It's kind of funny that we talked about those on the first part of the Let's Get Real a few months ago, and now they're still here and they're still doing the same thing. As I've told everyone, we don't see light at the end of this tunnel at all right now. We don't know what's going to happen. The feds aren't moving rates because they don't know what's happening with tariffs and the trade deals and the wars that are happening. And now the aggression from our nuclear subs and also the Epstein list. So there's a lot of fundamentally things that are off. And at the end of the day, all we can do is what? Keep progressing. Now, we are seeing a lot of hits to people's debt. Salaries aren't increasing. Layoffs are happening a lot. And we're getting into, well, not the holiday season yet, but we're getting into fall sports. We're getting back into school. And then we're quickly going to be at a point in time where it is the holidays and we're not going to see as much spending because people don't have the money. So what I'm saying is it's still rocky. This fall season, the next 2-3 months are going to allow us to hopefully see a light at some end of some tunnel so we can start to move forward. Right now, we're not moving forward. We're moving sideways. So everyone who is listening and has stayed tuned this long, just know that it is coming and it's just a matter of time. So I appreciate everyone that we're on hiatus for a couple of weeks. I know I've seen comments and still views, but we are back. We are in the saddle. There's a lot of great things coming down the pipe, but I'm going to end you with this. Sometimes you just need to lose reception to gain perspective.